I've talked about some big conversions. I did $250,000. I told this guy to do $1 million. I told you about the one guy who did a couple $1 million. Is that going to be my typical advice? No. Why not? Two reasons. Number one is sticker shock. All right? If I tell you to do $1 million conversion and the tax is $350,000, that might just shock you out of your gourd, and then that ends the discussion. But interestingly enough, that's not the real reason, because I do that to some people. The real reason is because if you're not in the top tax bracket, let's say you're in the 25% tax bracket and you make a big conversion, now you're in the 35% bracket because I just added income to your existing base. Well, that's no good. Now, if you have to pay $35 in tax, and you're normally a 25% taxpayer, you didn't break even on day one. In fact, it might take you 10 or 15 years to break even. So that's not too exciting to me. What might be a much better strategy is to do a series of conversions. And that's much more likely. The problem with a series of conversions is you just have to really be careful, because there's a lot of things out there in the tax code that don't make life simple. So, for example, some people say, well, yeah, gee, Jim, but if I add income on a Roth IRA conversion, then all of a sudden my Social Security becomes taxable, and including my Medicare Part B. How do I answer that objection? You're right. Think about this for a minute. If you're not paying full taxes on your Social Security and Medicare Part B, and the reason you're not is because you're not in the top tax bracket, and then you add money or you add income on the Roth IRA conversion, then it's very well possible that a percentage of your Social Security or Medicare Part B that was not taxable before is taxable. So again, that's one of the reasons why I don't like to do off the top of my head numbers. But it's really about tax brackets. If I could drive home one idea: tax brackets, tax brackets, tax brackets. What are they now? What will they be in the future? Okay? And I don't like doing a Roth IRA conversion when you're in a high tax bracket, when you're going to be in a low tax bracket later. The exact opposite is true, which is I do want to do a Roth IRA conversion if you're in a low tax bracket and you'll be in a high tax bracket later. All right.